Okay, so kind of funny how this has worked, where the top 5 picks in the draft have been exactly who we thought they would be, but just with a little bit of flair, as we thought that the Jaguars would be selecting Mason Graham with pick number 5, and the Browns would be selecting Travis Hunter. The Browns elect to have Mason Graham and a lot of other draft picks, which you understand. And listen, we're going to get into the film in just a second for Mason Graham, but this is a great player, and putting him right next to Myles Garrett, I mean, that's pretty exciting, and I think essentially they just sort of felt like, let's not fall in love too much with our own evaluation. Yes, Travis Hunter and Abdul Carter are great prospects, but let's just say, you know what, we're still going to get a great prospect at pick number 5, but if we trade down a little bit, then we can still make sure that we, that despite the trade down, we're getting a lot more draft capital. We can get more players. The Browns do have more. I mean, they need good players, right? They were the second worst team in football last year. So being able to have more opportunities here, I think it's okay, just because I think Mason Graham is such a good player. So I don't think that they're actually. I would have rather had Travis Hunter. He's a weird unicorn that maybe you want to go after. The Browns say, let's not. He's still a human. He's still a prospect like anyone else. He could work out or fail like anyone else. Let's just go with a different guy who's going to be a great player. So let's get into Mason Graham and what I like about him so much. Let's start off with this play. Quite frankly, just so many of his wins aren't just wins, but they are, highlight reel level wins. It almost reminds me of like Aiden Hutchinson, where to peel behind the curtain a little bit. When I try to get, the way I do these videos is I spend a long time just watching the film of the players, trying to get an understanding of who they are, and once I feel like I have a good understanding of who they are, then I just look for clips to play for the video. And like for Mason Graham, I could have just picked like the first 6 plays I showed and had a video there. Obviously I wanted to get the best ones, but like there is some of that there. Well, like this play, for example, going up one-on-one against the left guard, and watch what happens. So first, you're going to see, okay, it's run to the right, so ultimately the guard is doing an okay job right here, but with the halfback trying to cut towards the left, watch what Graham is going to do to the guard that he is up against. Just watch the guard himself. Watch as Graham grabs him and just tosses him off of him. Unfortunately, the running back went to a different lane, but there wasn't really a ton of room there either, more success than he would have had going towards Graham. But that's just, again, that's what Graham can do. Some of these wins are just ridiculous. Like this one's another one where what's going to happen on this play is, so he's going to be, again, he's number 55, so he's right there. You see that he's not just going up against the tackle, also the tight end is blocking, so he's going to ultimately be blocking Graham. Watch, as you see, and actually the halfback is blocking in that direction as well. They thought there might have been a blitzer, so they ultimately are overloaded on Mason Graham, which ultimately isn't the worst thing to have happen here, right? You got 3 guys on their best player. But watch, again, Graham, what he's doing is he has his left arm kind of just twisted around the left arm of the tackle he's going up against. And watch him just pull him off of him. Ultimately, he only had 2 guys left to beat. Again, ball comes out quickly. What are you going to do? But again, these are just fun plays. Like heading over here, you saw situations where like guys just could not block him one-on-one. Like right here, so you see this is a attempt at a one-on-one block going up in the running game right here, and watch what happens. Look, you're going to see again, it's the hands, right? The quick hands to be able to get around, and that's ultimately what I like about Graham so much is, we always, I think, overvalue the wrong things when we look at defensive linemen and offensive linemen who are prospects. We look at like, how athletic are you? Which, like, okay, listen, that stuff matters. Like that, it does translate well to the next level. And ultimately, like it's, Graham does have good athleticism and good traits. It's not just the hands, but ultimately you have to be able to win and you have to know everything if you're going to be successful at the next level. And he certainly does. Like, watch, this is another one where what's going to happen is, again, going to be going up one-on-one against a guard. And I think one of the criticisms with Graham, and not really criticisms, but like, people say he's not as good of a pass rusher as he is a run defender, which is true. He is a better run defender than pass rusher, but he's still a great interior pass rushing prospect. It's just that he's kind of next level when it comes to run defense. Like, watch what happens here. So you're going to see that, again, it's the hands. Getting that right hand on the left sort of shoulder pad area of the guard. The guard can't get the hand placement that he wants, and because of that, watch as Graham's then able to push aside, and he's able to get through. Just didn't quite get there in time to get the sack, because, again, if a ball comes out quickly, Only so much you can do as a pass rusher, but that's just, again, really, really good stuff. And again, I want to be clear, this is consistent. This isn't just something that I'm not picking as highlights here. These are just plays he makes. This play's a really good one, where what's going to happen is, so right here, again, going up one-on-one against the left guard right here, it's going to be a running play. Watch as when this begins. You see that right hand and how he's grabbed on to the jersey area of the guard he's going up against. That's allowed. I know holding is kind of a thing where I think sometimes people don't fully realize what it means. Holding doesn't mean you aren't allowed to hold on, and actually doesn't mean you aren't allowed to pull. In this situation, you are allowed to pull, which is what Graham is going to do. Watch him pull that offensive lineman off of him, and then he gets over and is able to help make that tackle. That's legal, perfectly fine. It's just having those hands and being able to use them so well. That's what's going to work next, at the next level. Ultimately, again, you have the situation where sometimes you have these really big, strong guys who get to the NFL and they've just been able to overpower everyone they've ever played against. And then you get to the NFL level, they know how to handle strong guys, and it just doesn't work that way. For Graham, he knows the technique, and he's not going to just let you try and overpower him. Like this one's another one where what's going to happen is now he's going one-on-one against a center, which you kind of just can't do if you're an offense, which is why you scheme it up if you're a defense, right? Have a blitz go on the other side of him, so that way all that's left is the center to block him. And watch, as you see, again, it's going to be the hands. He has his right arm and he just grabbed the center's left hand. The center can't use the left hand, and if you can't use your left hand, then the player you're going up against can run by you to your left. That's exactly what Graham does. He gets through and delivers a blow to the quarterback, who, again, got the ball out, give him credit. But ultimately, yeah. I mean, this is just Mason Graham and what he can do. This is a elite level prospect. This is a blue chip level prospect. And the consistency, the highlights, the traits, and the analytics are all through the roof. There is no real negatives for him. He is a great prospect. Hey, sometimes everyone who seemingly is a great prospect, sometimes there's people who are seemingly great prospects who just don't work out. You never know, but man, it just feels like he's going to work out. But yeah, ultimately, that's what I think about Mason Graham. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Always love hearing from you. And of course, as always, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed that video and want to hear more of my thoughts, well, for one thing, you can check out my movie channel. Yes, I have a movie channel. You can check the link in the description below. I do some fun things like some movie reviews, even some TV show reviews, tier list, fun things like that, so you can check that out. Also, make sure that you are subscribed and paying attention to this channel, as there will be plenty of draft content. I plan on making a video for every first round pick, many of the other picks throughout the draft, and also I will do recaps for each team after the draft is over. So I will eventually talk about every single pick from your favorite team. Be on the lookout for that, as it will be out this weekend. And also, if you want to follow me on Twitter, you can follow me on Twitter. I am at Jackson Kruger, or X, whatever you prefer to call it. But yeah, that's all I got. Thanks again for watching till the end of the video.